Hello! Today I've got a makeup tutorial for you. Obviously, it's Thursday again. Thursday? Tuesday? I don't know my own schedule. Tuesday, yeah. Anyway, I've got a makeup tutorial for you and it's almost Christmas, so today's tutorial is a Christmas look. Yeah, to me Christmas looks are just, like, I think pretty much every year I do something with red and green. And this year is no exception, because to me that's just the ultimate combination of colors that is just suitable for Christmas. So yeah, pretty much this year I decided to go for a red crease, green eyelid and a double wing with some gold details. It's actually not as difficult as I thought it would be, even though the whole double wing thing is always sort of a challenge to get even on both eyes. But yeah, anyway, let's get started. As usual, I started out with the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Crème de Rose. This time I actually applied quite a lot of it because I really wanted the colors to stand out and just be as bright and sparkly as they can be. So I applied it on my eyelid, also in my crease and all the way up to my eyebrow and also below my eye a little bit. Just very carefully between the eyelashes, to make sure that the colors will grab on well everywhere. And the eyeshadows I used all come from the Urban Decay Vice XX palette. And if you don't have this palette, then you could just easily use whatever eyeshadow colors that are the same color that you do have. Pretty much green, red and gold. And taupe. Taupe is actually what I'm starting out with here in the crease with a blending brush. Just to make sure that the crease is already a little bit deepened, but mainly to make the blending of the red shade go easier later on. And then moving on to the eyelid, I'm using a sort of middle green metallic shade. I don't know why I'm trying so hard to describe the color, even though you can just see it on screen, but yeah. It's a really nice shade, this one. I think it's called Mildew. I was actually surprised by how pretty it is. Then a little bit closer to the inner corner I added the paler color, then in the inner corner I added gold. And if your gold eyeshadow isn't as opaque as this one, it might help to spray a little bit of setting spray on the brush before applying the eyeshadow. This usually makes it more pigmented, or at least brings the pigment out more. I don't know how it works, but it does. And then on the outer corner I added a slightly darker shade of green. And then below the eye I pretty much did the exact same thing. I just applied the paler or middle shade of green first, and then in the outer corner I added the darker shade of green, and then I used a pencil brush to blend it together a little so it looks smoky and not stripy. And then in the crease I used a coppery red shade, sort of rusty red. Very difficult color to describe, but I consider it sort of a wearable red. You could just add bright red if you want to go for a more bright red crease, obviously. But I wanted to go for something a little bit more wearable, so I chose this color. And I also applied it on the bottom eyelid a little bit with the pencil brush. Then I went back to the blending brush and a little bit of eyeshadow that has the same color as my skin to blend it out a little bit more in the crease there, right by the eyebrow. And then highlighted the eyebrow with a very, very pale nude shade. And this time, I don't know why, but I just felt like having very highlighted eyebrows. So yeah, I also applied a little bit of shimmery white right at the edge of it. And then for the eyeliner, I used the Catrice Cake eyeliner. Of course, just use whatever eyeliner works best for you. Personally, I like cake eyeliner simply because, well, you can make it more black with adding less water. You can make it, less black, more grayish, softer in tone by using more water, and most of all you can use whatever brush you want. So yeah, for me it really depends on the brush I'm using how good I am with eyeliner, and with this brush I can just do pretty much whatever I want. So I started out with just doing a regular wing and then added the bottom wing afterwards. It's still pointing upwards a little bit, but it's just more straight than the other one. I didn't want it pointing downwards, so yeah. And I also connected it to the upper wing a little bit, so it sort of turns into a V shape. Then this time for the waterline, I used the Estée Lauder Blackened Black kajal pencil. I don't know why I had to think about it for so long. I use it pretty much every time, but yeah. Use it on both the top and the bottom, and then also in the inner corner, so that the black really goes all around my eye. And then for mascara, I used the Rimmel Scandaleyes Lycra Flex Mascara. As usual. Like, I really should look back on when I actually started to try to empty this one, because it's still not empty and it's lasting really, really long. But yeah, it still works well, so I applied it on both the top and the bottom lashes, and then realized I actually forgot to add the gold in the outer V of the wing liner. Yep. So I did that with a tiny brush, actually the same brush you use for eyeliner, but of course I cleaned it in between and then blended it a little. And then it's time for the cheeks. Yeah. I used a peach colored blush by Essence, Autumn Peach it's called. Just because I wanted something subtle in terms of color on my cheeks. And then for highlight I wanted to go less subtle. I used this very pale gold one by Catrice and applied a lot of it on my cheekbones. Also a little bit on my eyebrows and connected those to the cheekbones. And then I also applied it to the tip of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, also on my chin and on my cupid's bow. With party looks I just really like to use a lot of highlighter, I don't know, just it turns it into more of a festive thing, I guess. And then for the lips I decided to go for classic red, because that's just really my favorite thing to do with Christmas. Classic red lips. And yeah, this time I used a lip pencil by Yves Rocher. And a red lipstick by Yves Saint Laurent. My only expensive lipstick. I just feel like I have more control with a pencil. So yeah, especially with darker shades. Like at this point in the makeup you don't want to make a mistake. So I played it safe and just used a pencil first to really line out the lips. And then just filled them in with the red lipstick. Also with pencil underneath it I do feel like it lasts a little bit longer, even though this lipstick does actually last pretty well on its own already. And then for perfume, I decided to show that once again. I used Moment de Bonheur by Yves Rocher. Yes, it was supposed to sound French. It smells like roses at any rate. And that is the completed look. As I said at the beginning, red and green just really is like the Christmas combination for me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. I hope you liked the look. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. For now, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!